Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams. Two teams that had defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion. Fielded in the end zone. It's Haynes. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So Syracuse's offense in less than ideal position off that poor return. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today, there's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Offense getting set. It's second down. There's the handoff. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Gives it to the back. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. I mean, he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's James. They've got him, but not before making first down yardage. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up the second manageable here for this offense.
Second down after that completion. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Looks like Syracuse will have the first down.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? To throw, it's Williams. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Pena. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Got space, looking to score. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Orangeman. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. The championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Buckeyes offense.
The Buckeyes
possession today.
1st and 10.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. The pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Catch made on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or...
On the junior gets home making a sack there.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. First down here for this offense. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Receiver in motion now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The sure hands. It's Gadsden. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Will hand it off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Allen. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. And it's Syracuse on top right now. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Well, they flip into the field. We're set for the second quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. Crucial third down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Williams. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the first down.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses him.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looks like Syracuse will have the first down.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
And here's the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Williams. Running out of time in the pocket. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape. So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. Extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. We start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Handoff from the shotgun. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Boy, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
They stop him with the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. Caught quickly. And the gain just good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, Syracuse.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The tight end has got it. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he finds his tight end for the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Buckeyes are in the red zone. RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. They'll test the right side here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field, looking to build on this lead in this possession and to settle for 3 last time out. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Dropping back, it's Williams. Catch made on the right side. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And here comes a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Looking to throw yet again. Caught over the middle. It's Pena. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
And the defense sits back in his zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And looking to throw now on first down. Finds his man. It's Haynes. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Williams. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. And with time quickly fading here before halftime, wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive at this point. Quick throw to his receiver. And he's got his man open downfield. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. 1st and 10 play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Pressure is coming. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Sails it way high out of the end zone and incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
And that one's straight down the middle. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. The coverage team brings him down in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get...
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they go in front here in the second half.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
BAT is good, so it's a 13-10 lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Haynes. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
2nd down play coming up. To throw, it's Williams. Tries to get it to the running back, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
This could be a turning point in this football game. Defense does a good job. It's third down. They got to get after this quarterback, and instead, he pulls it down and picks up big yards for a first down. Kind of feel the momentum flipping here.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
And that run produces a decent gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. The shotgun handoff here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Extra point makes the lead 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. This offense is rolling at the moment. It's first down and 10. It's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Nice throw, caught for a completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it second and short. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. The Buckeyes come up to the line in a hurry-up. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw...
And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer, also the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
That sack makes it second down and forever. The pass rush closing in. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Fighting off the defender.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Ball handed off. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Caught on the outside. It's Pena. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And the tackle is made. This screen pass there produces a solid gain.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Looks like Syracuse will have the 1st down.
That's Syracuse.
1st down and 10 now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Allen. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And it's Syracuse on top right now. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. As we head to the final quarter of this showdown, we're going to find out who can really make the plays when it counts the most. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. To throw, it's Williams. Bringing pressure. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Orangemen. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the quarterback keeps it here. Breaking free at the 35. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is
cannot escape, and down he goes.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
And sack sets up a second down and long. Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. It's an outbound, the catch made, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Quick throw over the middle. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. Defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. There's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. He'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
At the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down for the offense. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking downfield, it's Williams. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Touchdown, Syracuse. This offense cannot be stopped. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Try to add the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, and then end up pick. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Grab down the middle. It's Smith. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This air attack is still unstoppable. Aren't you taught on defense, Kurt? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Set to kick off.
And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
At the 35-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he finds his target. He has the 1st. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The defense backed up against their own end zone. They'll try to run this one in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Orangemen. Try to add the lead now in PAT. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. The pocket breaking down. And a senior making a disruptive impact play. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's broken up there. Great play, a fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk, but they looked pretty good out there today in a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Syracuse Orange.